UFC 305 prediction video. Let's get it, man. UFC 305 is a solid 6 out of 10 pay-per-view. Solid 6 out of 10. A little top heavy, and the top really ain't all that heavy. So, you know what I'm saying? I think the main event's doing a lot of heavy lifting. But straight up, we got to get right into it. Starting with the first fight, we'll work our way up. We got Stewart Nicoll versus Jesus Aguilar. This is a flyweight fight. Stewart Nicoll is minus 225 favorite. Jesus Aguilar plus 185. And honestly, it could probably be bigger. Nicoll could be a bigger favorite. Nicoll, the way I would describe this dude, bro, he is relentless, okay? His striking is a little wonky at times. Like, he would just leap forward with right hands and shit, which I don't think is cool at all. But maybe someone should tell him to, like, keep his feet under him. That would make his striking better. But he's been improving his striking. He's in his hometown, so his UFC debut. But yeah, this dude, his bread is really buttered when it comes to the takedowns. And Jesus Aguilar cannot stop takedowns to save his damn life. His defense for stopping takedowns is just pulling guillotines. It's like his special move. All right, he would just pull a guillotine. But if Stewart Nicoll gets caught with a guillotine, like super low level shit, I just don't see it happening. All right, Stewart Nicoll, the type to take your back, flatten you out, pound you out. That happened to Jesus Aguilar in his last fight with Mendoza, but Mendoza couldn't get the finish. Jesus Aguilar, just one of those dudes, is probably an atom weight that's fighting at flyweight. Honestly, he's always a smaller guy, and he's gonna be smaller than Nicoll here. And yeah, I got Nicoll. I think Nicoll could be a bigger favorite. Like I said, he's minus 225 right now. But how does Jesus Aguilar win this? And if Jesus Aguilar were to win, right? Like, just think about it. No matter how Jesus Aguilar were to win this fight, it would feel like a fluke. Okay, he's either going to land one of those punches, like the Shannon Ross punch, which he'd never even done that before in his whole life. So he would either do that, or it would be like a guillotine, where they both stand up after, like, man, damn. You know, it would just feel like a fluke. So I'm going Stewart Nicoll, better fighter. Jesus Aguilar can't stop takedowns. He even initiates some grappling himself. Big mistake, I think, against the Stewart Nicoll dude. Give me Stewart Nicoll, either second round sub. Nah, I mean, he's got cardio too. Give me Stewart Nicoll, third round sub or KO. I think a third round finish though. Jesus Aguilar puts himself in some bad spots. Let's get to the next fight though. Kenan Song versus Ricky Glenn. This is at welterweight. Ricky Glenn coming up. Kenan Song minus 230. Ricky Glenn plus 190. And can we just call it like it is for a second? Ricky Glenn is just one of those dudes. Every now and then you get one of those dudes. And he's one of those dudes that is just finishing out his contract. He is a zombie of a fighter. He is a fighter's corpse. And I say that respectfully. I respect that he's fighting out his contract, going up in weight so he doesn't have to cut weight anymore, just cutting every corner he can just to get in there and get paid. Yeah, make your money, Rick. But look, Kenan Song on the opposite side just does not throw punches. He doesn't throw punches, and when he does and he lands, he hits pretty hard. And that's probably how he beats Ricky Glenn, just landing some good punches, because Ricky Glenn got put out by Christos Giagos, bro. You don't get put out by that guy unless you're done. So yeah, Ricky Glenn's done. Kenan Song, if he were to just not throw punches, I mean, it could probably go to decision. So there's a good chance it could go to decision, because Kenan Song just does not throw punches. But when he lands, he hits hard. And Ricky Glenn, corpse of a fighter, chinless, the chinless wonder here. I'm gonna go Kenan Song. I would never ever bet him ever in life, because it's Kenan Song. But here I will pick him. Give me Song Kenan to probably knock out Ricky Glenn, because he just doesn't have a chin. It's more likely that this goes to the decision, but I'm gonna say Song Kenan by knockout. First round. Speaking of first round, Tom Nolan versus Alex Reyes. Alex Reyes, another one of these guys. What is this card, bro? It's just full of dudes that they just want to get rid of. This is Ricky Glenn's last fight. This is Alex Reyes' last fight. Alex Reyes fighting Tom Nolan. Alex Reyes is a minus 1,100 favorite. And that's because, again, Alex Reyes, the executioner, great name, does not have a chin. Just doesn't have a chin. He got KO'd by Mike Perry. That's the one that I remember. But he also got KO'd in his last fight too. He just doesn't have a chin. So that's why he's a huge favorite. Charlie Campbell with the left hook. Okay. But Tom Nolan has been in fights where he gets clipped himself. Nicholas Motto fight, whatever. But here, Alex Reyes is not much of a threat. That's the issue. Tom Nolan is just going to go in there and do what he's supposed to, which is get a free highlight KO over Alex Reyes. Not much else to say about this one, though. I feel bad for him because he is going to get knocked out. Next fight, though. Jack Jenkins versus Herbert Burns. Jack Jenkins minus 550, Herbert Burns plus 410. Now, what goes into Jack Jenkins being minus 550? That's a big number for Jack Jenkins, bro. I'll tell you what it is. Herbert Burns is a quitter. He's a quitter that doesn't have cardio. Jack Jenkins, honestly, dare I say infinite cardio? One of the smartest fighters too. Short arms. Just a short guy in general. But uses his kicks really well. Kicks when he's supposed to. Punches when he's supposed to. Initiates grappling when he's supposed to. Herbert Burns, man, he has one round, he has maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds of cardio before he's just flopping on the ground. The ref is telling him, get up, and he's like, oh, do I have to? Like, he doesn't have it, bro. He's not built for this shit. So honestly, Jack Jenkins just being a better overall fighter and having way better cardio, that's why he's a minus 550. Give me Jack Jenkins, second round TKO. Herbert Burns, he could, with him not having cardio, he could also quit at any moment. So that's why minus 550. Give me Jack Jenkins, second round TKO. Next fight is Casey O'Neill versus Luana Santos. Casey O'Neill plus 125. Luana Santos, coming in on short notice, is minus 150. Now, can we tell the truth about Casey O'Neill? Can we just say, like, she isn't who we thought she was? Can we just say that? Because there's a lot of people holding out hope, and I'm like, I like her too. I like her attitude, but she can't strike to save her life. She had a split decision win with Roxanne Modafferi. And I'm not wiki capping here. This is all based on my eyes. Ariane Lipsky lit her up on the feet and then armbarred her on the ground. Jennifer Maia. You can't get beat up by Jennifer Maia if you... Like I said, I like Casey O'Neill, man. This is more about Luana Santos, who just, I believe, has her covered everywhere. But you got to remember, it's women's MMA, okay? Luana Santos is, in my opinion, better on the ground, better on top. I think she has... Her striking is more energetic. That's the word I would use. Casey O'Neill fights like she just got out of bed, okay? So that's one of the differences. She's just super slow. She's lethargic. She has to get you on the ground and hope that you stay there so she can punch you in the face. And she's fighting a girl with just too much energy. Luana Santos. I like Luana Santos. Give me Luana by decision. I'll go Luana by decision. But it's women's MMA, man. Anything can happen. Just keep that in mind if you're actually betting. Just keep that in mind. So give me Luana by decision. Josh Culibao versus Ricardo Ramos is the next fight. This is at 145. Josh Culibao is he the favorite? He is. He's in minus 170 favorite with Ricardo Ramos plus 145. Josh Culibao, guys, is a 50-50 fighter, okay? So this is inherently a 1-800 gambler fight because Josh Culibao is a 50-50 fighter. He's competent, right? So he's doing what he should be doing, you know? But he just doesn't do enough of it. Like, why are you only throwing one strike at a time? Why do you stop your combo short? Why are you initiating the clinch right now? You just question like his tenacity, his fervor when he's in the fight. And I believe he thinks he's better than he is. So like he'll just be in there like doing the right stuff, but not enough of it, and like, yeah, I'm winning. Dude, I don't know if you're winning, bro. And so he is on a 2-fight losing streak. He lost to just one of those dudes that just goes out there and does stuff and did a lot more than him. Who was it? Danny Silva. Lost a split decision to Danny Silva, and honestly just got outworked by Lerone Murphy. He's comfortable in spots. Josh Culibao is comfortable in spots where he should be uncomfortable. He should have more tenacity to get off of the cage, more urgency to throw strikes. Like, why are you so comfortable trading leg kicks with this nigga? You know, like, that's what I mean, right? Like, but yeah, we're talking about Ricardo Ramos, though, who he's fighting, who at any moment could just be like, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm going to go. That Lerone Murphy fight will always stand out in my head, where he got punched. Maybe the punch hurt, right? But he wasn't out of it by it. By no means was he out of it until he was just like, I'm done. I don't want to fight this guy. And that shit was crazy to me to see live. It was crazy. This guy is a quitter, bro. Not to mention he got guillotined back to back in the first round by 2 middle of the pack journeyman featherweights. No offense. Julian Erosa and Charles Jourdain back to back. One of those is a win, bro. If you're good, one of those is a win. Not for Ramos. Not to mention he will just quit at any moment. Does a lot of funky shit in there too. He thinks he's cool. No, bro, you're a flake. That's what you are. But anyway, sorry about that. The way I see the fight playing out, man, is a lot of tit for tat. A lot of Josh Culibao thinking he's winning. A lot of Ricardo Ramos doing kicks that look stupid as fuck. And yeah, man, it's gonna go to a decision unless Ricardo Ramos gets punched and decides he doesn't want to be there anymore. So I'll take Culibao. I'll take Culibao by decision. Probably a unanimous decision. If Ricardo Ramos shows up, maybe it'll be a split decision. But yeah, Josh Culibao, 50-50 fighter, I would stay away. Junior Tafa versus Valter Walker, heavyweight fight now, where we have Junior Tafa -110, Valter Walker also -110. This is an interesting fight, bro, because Valter Walker, right, I won't say he's bad at striking, but what he is bad at boxing. He's not a good boxer. He's not comfortable with his hands. He just has them up for no reason. He has them up because that's what you're supposed to do. He doesn't know what he's doing with them. He just seen people do it, and he's like, all right. This guy is good at kicking, though. He's good at kicking, and he'll take you down. His takedowns are powerful, and for him to be as big as he is, they come like pretty quick. You know, I've seen him. He took down Brzeski. Brzeski was able to get back up though. But these dudes on the regionals and shit, when he was on top of them, he was just like mauling them. And no offense, Tafa is like a regional grappler. When you're on him, he cannot get back up. All right, I will say that again. He cannot get back up. This guy cannot get back up when you are on top of him. He made Usman, not the good Usman, look like a world-class wrestler. He made Usman look like he had wrestling in his back pocket whenever he wanted to. No, Usman fucking sucks at wrestling. But Tafa made it seem like he was insurmountable. Like there's nothing I can do with this guy. I think Valter Walker does the same thing to Tafa, because I don't know if he's training get-ups or what, but if it was tough to get up against Usman, it's going to be real tough to get up against Walker. And get this, even if Tafa gets up, he's one of those guys that lets you control him against the cage. When you're getting controlled against the cage, that's like you're giving your opponent like time to rest. Those are valuable minutes, seconds where they're winning the fight and you're not. And also you're engaged in their realm. You know what I'm saying? Like Valter Walker is way more comfortable grappling than Tafa is. So you can't be comfortable just sitting against the cage, but he is. That's a flaw, bro. I'll take Valter Walker here, dog. Valter Walker, probably second round TKO. I'll go TKO, because apparently this dude hits hard. I don't know, not on the feet, but like on the ground, I feel like he punches pretty hard. He puts people out. So give me Valter Walker. I'll go first round TKO. I don't think Tafa has it in him. If he makes it past the first, I think it'll happen in the second. I'm shocked that this is an even fight. I think Valter Walker should be like minus 130, minus 150 maybe. So yeah, clear path to victory. Give me him. Next fight, we're going to the main card, bro. Jingliang versus Carlos Prates. The Leech is plus 190. Prates is actually minus 230, but I've seen him an even bigger favorite in some spots. This dude Prates, bro, when he gets going, it's over. You might as well just go home. Bro, because I won't say he's like a data downloader. He's in the fight, and he's an active participant in the fight, unlike Peter Yan in the first round, right? But he doesn't even wake up until the second. Once the second round happens, everything just feels sharper. It feels cleaner. It's like he woke up and he's seeing tunnel vision. So his kicks extremely fast. His punches extremely fast. His knees, he has everything. It's like knees, punch, kick, then punch right behind it. Everything is everywhere all at once. Okay, and ironically, he's fighting Jingliang, who 6-inch reach disadvantage here. An older guy. We all love the Leech, right? We all love the Leech, but everybody has their day. And this is like a changing of the guard type of fight where, hey man, this is like new kid in town, new kid on the block. I'm sorry, you've been off for 2 years. He was off for 2 years, the Leech was. That's just not what's up. And then to come back to this fucking monster, I don't like it for the Leech. Also, when I think of Jingliang, the fight that comes to my mind is really that Neil Magny fight. If y'all remember that Neil Magny fight, Magny just beat the shit out of Jingliang, like pillar to post, just dominated him. Okay, he made Neil Magny look world class, and I just don't like when I know what people are capable of. So like, now we know that like the Leech is capable of just not showing up at all. He did it against Neil Magny, just not showing up. I do not like that at all. But aside from all that, he's just at a disadvantage everywhere. So give me Carlos Prates. When he wakes up, second round TKO. I don't think he'll put Leech out, but I think he hurts him bad. I think ref steps in and Leech is like, has his hands up like, what happened? Let me fight. But he's like really bloody. Yeah, that type of fight. Heavyweight fight now. Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Tuivasa shockingly plus 160 underdog. Jairzinho Rozenstruik is minus 185. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, I'ma just get out the way. I hate this guy. I hate this dude. He is the most boring dude. One of the most boring dudes in the UFC. Top 5 boring. All his fights are stand-up fights, right? For the most part. And there's nothing exciting about him. He thinks he's so technical. He thinks he's a kickboxer. Like, oh yeah, I came from this. I'm world class. You're not world class, bro. You suck. When you land, no one's excited. And if you do take him down, he can't get up. Rozenstruik, he just sucks. Okay? If you've seen a Rozenstruik fight, which maybe you have, maybe you haven't, I don't blame you. But it's just shitty. Tuivasa is the exact opposite of that. They both have their issues on the ground, right? So yeah, Ty can't get up either. But what Ty does is when he's standing, he's banging. He's banging when he's standing. And that's going to be the difference here. That's going to be the difference in this fight. Tuivasa is just going to be going forward, throwing bombs. All right? For as long as it lasts. And I don't see it lasting more than 2 minutes. Tuivasa is going to be throwing bombs. Meanwhile, Jairzinho is going to be looking for the perfect strike. Oh, I'm so clean. I'm so technical. No. You suck. Tuivasa, KO, first round, under 2 minutes. Do the dance. Do the shoey. Get this man out the UFC, bro. No one likes Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Get him out of here. Yeah. People are actually saying like, this is not a rebound fight for Ty. Dude, if he's not fighting a grappler, it's a rebound fight. It's as simple as that. They don't like Jairzinho. No one does. They put Jairzinho in this bitch to lose. Tai Tuivasa, KO first round. Let's get it. All right. Here we go. More name value here. Mateusz Gamrot is coming to suck the fun out of the whole event, fighting Dan Hooker. Okay. So after Jairzinho gets knocked out, Tai Tuivasa dances. Then we get Gamrot coming in here to suck all the fun up. Look, man. I'll tell you like I told. Listen, Gamrot is not getting better from fight to fight. I don't think he's that good personally, but I always give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, okay, he'll get better. Oh, he struggled getting takedowns this fight. Oh, he'll get better. Oh, he struggled with his striking. He'll get better. Gamrot doesn't get better. He stays the same. He is consistently the same from the Armin fight. The Armin fight is a little bit of an outlier though. I'll give him that, because in that fight he showed cardio, and then everyone kind of held him to that standard. He showed cardio, he showed a little bit more striking, but then the fight right after, he fights Beneil Dariush, cannot get a takedown. Fight with Jalen Turner, split decision, lucky as hell. Then he moves on to fight Fiziev, injury. I think he would have beat Gamrot. And then you have the Dos Anjos fight, Rafael Dos Anjos, where they're giving you a layup fight, bro, and you make it as close as you possibly can. He made that fight as close as he can make it, because he doesn't have cardio and his striking sucks and he's not getting better. Now you're going against Dan Hooker, who can defend a takedown. It ain't that hard. Like, Gamrot doesn't have the best jiu-jitsu. When does Gamrot put in hooks? When's the last time y'all seen that shit? Maybe in his dreams? I don't know. He's not like good with control. He's not that guy. Dan Hooker can stuff some takedowns from Gamrot. That's the main point. The second is that Dan Hooker is going to have a huge reach advantage here. His reach is going to be crazy. I don't know what it is exactly off the top of my head, but he has longer arms than Gamrot, and he's a better striker. So 75-inch reach for Hooker, 70-inch reach for Gamrot. So what this fight is going to look like, it's going to be super, super slow paced, because Dan Hooker is going to be trying not to get taken down. He's not going to be throwing that many kicks either. But what he will be landing are slow ass jabs that hit Gamrot clean, because Gamrot is not improving. He's going to be throwing straight right hands that hit Gamrot clean. He doesn't have to mix it up. You don't have to mix it up to beat Gamrot. Just stuff a few takedowns, punch him in the face. He's not great, and they have him as a minus 260 favorite. This is baffling to me. This is baffling. Dan Hooker in his hometown too? Come on. You might get that rub. I'm taking Dan Hooker split decision. Split decision Dan Hooker in his hometown, or at least close to it. And yeah, I don't see this fight going any other way. Like, there's a reason Gamrot is not getting the title shot. They keep making him prove himself. Like, go finish RDA. Nah, I can't. Who else? Go finish Jalen Turner. I can't do that either. Or, well, get in there with Dan Hooker. What's he gonna do here? Dan Hooker beat Jalen Turner. Also, cleaner. Yeah, man. Dan Hooker, unanimous decision. I don't want to rant about this anymore. I'm just tired of people saying that Gamrot is elite or is actually top 5 when he's really not. He's more like top 9. Co-main event. Kaikar France versus Steve Erceg. And we got a banger here. Kaikar France is plus 190. Steve Erceg minus 230. 5'8 versus 5'4. That's interesting. Kai is so short, but he packs a punch. And I think that'll be the difference here. Just him hitting harder. Steve Erceg is cleaner. We got like another Corey Sandhagen type on our hands, potentially. But I just think Kai hits harder and goes forward. I like that. Erceg, we've seen him get rattled. We've seen him get rattled where he has to take a step back. I don't think he's ever been knocked down. But we know what it looks like when he gets hurt. They gave him the title shot a little too soon. I'm not going to hold that against him. It was actually the Alessandro Costa fight where he got hurt. But yeah, the title fight against Pantoja, he should have never been in there. I don't blame him for that. You just hop on the opportunity when you get it. But yeah, Kaikar Francis last fight with Amir Albazi, I thought he won. He was beating Brandon Moreno, Lego boy, in their fight too, until he got liver kicked. But he was winning that fight. He could easily be on a 5-fight win streak right now. 5. And he would be fighting for the title. So yeah, Steve Erceg, I'm gonna say it, slightly overrated. I think we know he's good, and that's why we throw him in there to title shots and shit. But you gotta let him cook a little bit, man. Let him cook. But in this one, this is not gonna be a good look for him. I think Kaikar France hurts him, and just has bigger moments throughout the fight to get the decision. I think he just has bigger moments. And yeah, we'll go Kaikar France, unanimous decision. And now the main event. Main event did a lot of heavy lifting for this one, because without it, I don't know what this card would be. But here we go. Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya. Middleweight championship, baby. Dricus du Plessis is the underdog, plus 110. Izzy coming in at the favorite, minus 135. Again, just name value. People like Drake betting on Izzy, just knowing who Izzy is. A lot of people know who he is. No one really knows who Dricus is. So let's get that out the way first. When we're talking about odds, that plays into it as much as you don't want to believe it. Izzy accepted defeat against Sean Strickland, bro. I'm never ever gonna forget that. There are certain things about certain fighters where you have to remember, like once they show you who they are, you have to be like, okay, this is always a possibility now. Now we know it's always a possibility that he could just decide, I'm good on winning. Like this winning shit, I'm all right today. You have to remember that he's capable of that, okay? And they're throwing him back in here for a title shot. I made a whole video about this, and I'll link it probably, but yeah, I made a video about this, and the main point is just like Dricus doesn't quit. I don't even think that word is in his vocabulary. The guy has so much will to win, and a lot of people are saying like, Izzy's motivated for this one. Oh, this is about Africa. This is bad blood. Izzy's never trained like this. I saw Dan Hooker saying in an interview, and it's like, do you think Dricus is not motivated? Like you think Izzy's the only one that gets motivated when there's tension, and the other guy is just like, oh, no, bro. They both want to win. They probably both want to hurt each other bad. So who's more capable of hurting who? That's what it comes down to. I personally think Dricus is better at winning than Izzy is. I think that when shit is going wrong, Dricus finds a way to get through it. And when shit's going wrong for Izzy, he says, well, I guess it's not my night. Gonna throw some leg kicks. Where Dricus is like, oh, shit isn't working out. All right, let me do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that didn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you land. It's like, boom. And then Izzy's like, oh, shit. A fourth punch, huh? Interesting. All right. Didn't see that coming. He just does a lot of weird shit where it's like, you got to switch it up when you're losing. Dricus will do anything it takes in there. 1, 2 leg kick, you know? Oh, you caught me? You're gonna keep leg kicking me? I'm gonna take you down now. Like, there's so many more ways for Dricus to win. Like, Izzy is gonna be he's gonna be trying to have a technique based fight in there. And don't believe the hype. Like, these people will say anything before a fight. Do not believe it. So he can say all this shit about, oh yeah, it's going down in there. As soon as that cage door closes, I can't wait to get my hands on them. Fuck all that, man. When they're in there, we'll really see who's who. The talk is cheap as hell, dude. I had to learn that super early on. These people will say anything before a fight and then go out there and do nothing. So I'm not buying the wolf tickets. I think Dricus just beats on Izzy for 5 rounds. Well, for 4 rounds. I'm giving Izzy the first round, and I'm gonna say Dricus wins the rest of them, bro. Or maybe he stops Izzy. It depends on how early he can get him down. But with how wild Dricus is in there and how physical he is, the fight is for sure hitting the ground at some point. And when it does, that's 1 round for Dricus, if not a finish. So this is how you have to think about it. Like, Izzy it's all going to be based on technical shit. There's not going to be space for you, bro. I don't think that's what he really is grasping. He's shown, like, him losing the Sean Strickland fight the way he did, that just opened the door for Dricus and everybody else who isn't Marvin Vettori to just put it on him, to just walk forward. Boom, boom, boom. I know you don't like this shit, so guess what? Here I am, and I'm not going anywhere. And I have the cardio to be here for 5 rounds. The shit you don't like, yeah, it's lasting 25 minutes. Now what? Yeah, that's right. You're gonna accept it, like you did in the last one. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just shit like that, bro. And I like Izzy, but you cannot show me that you will accept losing and then expect me to like pick you, especially against this dude Dricus. So it's gonna be Dricus by unanimous decision. And then guess what? They're gonna hug it out, and then Izzy's gonna get on the mic and he's gonna say he's a tough fighter. You know, we talked it out. There can be more than one African in the UFC. I just didn't like the disrespect, so we had to get in there and do it. But he is a good fighter. We both represent Africa. And I told him that it was always going to be that, win or lose. That's what he's going to say. And then we might not see Izzy again he might retire, bro. If I'm being real, he might actually just retire. So that'll be a sad day. But yeah, those are my picks, man. Those are my picks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.